Hi, I'm Annie McCord,
And I'm Louise Brown.
and together we are the joint module coordinators for the Arts Practice Enquiry strand on the MEd. The Arts Practice Enquiry strand contains two modules that you'll study over the first 2 years of the MEd. And in year one, you'll consider a module called Arts, Context and Culture, which has three elements to it. And the first element invites you to consider who you are now at the start of your MEd journey as a practitioner, as an arts practitioner. So you're going to be considering your relationship to your arts specialism. What is your arts specialism? What are the qualities about your arts specialism that make it special to you? What drew you to that art form in the first place? You're going to be considering all of the personal experiences and all of the people that you've met along the way that have formed you as the arts practitioner that you are at the moment. And you're going to be thinking about any research, any reading, any thinking that you've done about your arts specialism in order to identify what is your own personal philosophy in relation to your arts practice context. Moving on from that, element two will enable you to have a really rich look at the social factors that influence you as an arts practitioner, the political factors that influence you as an arts practitioner, the economic situation that we face in the moment at within the arts, and the cultural factors that influence you within your arts practice context. The third element of the arts context and culture module will enable you to draw from those first two elements, thinking about who you are as a practitioner and all of the influences within society that come to bear. And then you are going to identify what are your current training needs in order to develop as a practitioner. So the third element will enable you to create a plan of professional development that looks at developing some new skills, that looks at enhancing, broadening, deepening the knowledge that you have as an arts practitioner, and also enables you to reflect critically about the types of thinking, the types of knowledge, the types of skills that you want to improve and develop as you go forward through year two. So I'm going to hand over to Louise now to talk you through what you will be doing in year two of the programme.
Thank you, Annie. And in year two, you have a whole year and your artist development module to follow that professional development plan that you will have written for yourself and constructed for yourself as part of your first year. And we're hoping that this will be a year of discovery. You will have your professional development plan, that will be your map and your guide, but we are very aware that changes happen and changes need to be responded to. If new learning opportunities arise that seem very relevant to your own artistic development, then of course you will take those opportunities. Let's have our next slide, Annie, because what will those opportunities be? Well, they'll be whatever you have decided is most relevant, valuable, and worthwhile for your own progress and development as an artist over the course of that year. And as a teacher of the arts, how often do you get the opportunity to actually focus on your own learning as an artist? So those opportunities could be classes, master classes, online learning, reaching out perhaps to other artists and companies that you may always wanted to have worked with and made a contact with, as well as your own personal practice of your art form or your own personal reading and research. So whatever you decide will be most relevant and valuable to you over the year. And when will you do this? Well, you have a whole year in which to fulfill your target of your learning, but it won't be a year that you are on your own in any sense at all. You will be working alongside your peers, of course, on the course. You will be supported regularly by online learning and sessions with Annie and myself. You'll have your personal supervisor so that your year is broken down very, very clearly into chunks so that you're able to reflect on your learning and know whether or not you are in fact attaining what you have set out to do over the course of that very rich year. And As you implement your plan, who will be helping you to do that? Well, it's a self-directed plan, as we said, but you will always be supported by the staff within the RCS, as well as professional staff out with the building that you have decided to reach out to. You may also choose to work with a professional mentor as part of your year. That's one option available to you. And it's not just about experiencing the amazing opportunities that you have decided are going to develop you as an artist, but it's about evidencing those as well. So throughout the year, we are going to ask you to gather evidence of that learning journey in whatever form you choose to do that, to critically reflect on the process and to evidence the impact, whether or not that will be in written form or a final presentation.
So thank you very much for that, Louise. We look forward to having you join us for the Arts Practice Enquiry strand when you join us on the MEd. Thank you.